So we're getting our first baby tonight.
In 20 minutes.
In about 20 minutes, and we wanted to just try to remember this day a little bit. So, Ashley called me. I was at Chili's.
Oh, didn't know that.
In the bathroom.
Of course.
I'll always remember my very first call. I was in the Chili's bathroom. I was just speechless. So, about 20 minutes from now, our 3 kids are upstairs. We just put them to bed. They're super excited and they are not asleep. So
I feel like it hasn't hit me yet.
Yeah.
I feel like I was more like in planning mode and trying to make sure we have all the details. What do we need? 4-size diaper, and oh my gosh, I don't think I have enough onesies. But
So I was just thinking, we know his name and we know his age, and that's about it.
we will be giving him a nickname so we can refer to him.
What did you feel like whenever they called today?
Instantly like, where's my pad and paper with all my questions I wrote down? And I think more nervous and
He just pulled up. They're not even to the front door yet. Oh my goodness.
oh boy.
Good morning, afternoon, evening. It's crooked. The whole movie's gonna be. He's right there, but you can't see him. Okay. Hey guys. I feel like I'm slinking down and down and down. Nailed it. We found the perfect spot. 5 nights ago at 8:30, which is 8:30 right now.
Oh, that's funny.
We planned that.
No, we didn't.
Nope.
Oh.
So 5 nights ago, exactly at 8:30, which it's 8:28 right now, we got our first little dude. And
I feel like the first. Why do you make that face at me?
I'm just eager to hear what you have to say. This is the only time we talk, so that.
Oh, jeez. So the first 4 nights, or for 4 days, I guess, were pretty much survival mode, I felt like, because he came at 8:30 at night, she left probably close to 10, the lady that dropped him off, and we went to bed, and I was up probably almost every 2 hours that night, and the next day, Jay left for work. And here I was with 4 kids, and one being a newborn, and needing to get one of my kids to school, trying to homeschool the other one, and just figuring life out now with a family that has 4 young kids. But, and I don't know if this is because it's been 5 days or because he slept an extra 2 hours last night.
That's a big
One of
deal.
the shifts he went 4 hours, and I felt like a new person this morning. But I felt a lot better this morning. I'm thankful he had a 4-hour shift last night. But definitely feeling a lot more better about everything today. Not as super overwhelmed, I guess. Just like any newborn, though. You just, every family you have to adjust to, whether it be your first newborn or your 10th newborn.
You have to
Your
figure
family
him
has
out.
to figure
I was
it out.
freaking out when we knew he was coming and thinking, we don't know anything about him or what he's going to be like, but that's the same thing as whenever you have your own kid.
Too, I've seen like God's work in every step of the way. The second day, finding out that something we needed, a rock and play, would be really helpful for him just to hang out in and stuff. Went to Target to get one. They're kind of expensive and not really wanting to spend that much, thinking I'll probably find one used. So leaving that aisle of the rocking place, just saying a little prayer in my heart, because I had only 2 of the kids with me then, that God, would you just help us find a good used one, and just bless us in a way that we can, it wouldn't be expensive. And right then a friend texted,
Right then at the same time?
the same time, texted, how y'all doing? Saw you guys got a placement. That's so neat. Are you guys needing anything? I said, well, actually, if you hear word, we're looking for a rock and play, and I'm at Target looking for one, actually. But if you hear word of somebody selling one, send them my way. Let me know. I'm definitely interested in. And she was like, okay, I can't think of anything top of my head, but I'll get the word out too. Okay, great, thanks. Not 2 minutes later, text me back. Oh, I forgot. My friend was over this morning. She has one and actually is wanting to just give it away to a family to bless them. And I was like, oh my gosh, we would love to receive that blessing. And just seeing God just walking before us, leading every step we've had. Things about him that they said he would do, we were able to pray over him the first night and just speak blessing into his life, and just pray that he wouldn't experience some of those things that they said he would, and he hasn't. And I don't know if he will later on or whatever, but by the grace of God, he's just been an amazing newborn, besides the every 2 hours a night, but which I think is pretty typical. It just has just been God's total favor on not only just the whole situation, because having 4 young kids is a lot. If anybody else that has multiple children, it's just a lot. But when one of them is coming from an traumatic experience, obviously, then it just adds a little bit more to the pot. And just what we've experienced has just been God's total favor on this sweet little boy's life, and just seeing that he is supposed to be here, and God has totally ordained every single day that he's been here, and has
Obviously,
gone before
we can't
him.
share all the details, but it's just it's so incredible to have the privilege to be a part of this story and a part of his life, even if it's only for a short period of time.
Neat to just experience love and care from ultimately the body of Christ, our friends and family, just rallying around not only us but him, and hugging him, and just loving on him. And I had one friend, I was quick changing his diaper, and she was talking to him because he was getting fussy because he was hungry, and she wasn't just talking to him, she was just speaking truth into his little life. And he can't probably understand or process anything she's saying, he can't, but just to hear her saying over him, you are so loved, God loves you, God has a plan for your life, and you're being blessed right now, and just all this stuff. And like, it's stuff you may not typically speak over. Something that you wouldn't speak over maybe your biological children, but coming from where he's come from, it's just neat to be able to speak into his little life, and to have so many friends and family just hold him and just love on him as if he was our own, because he is right now. He's in our family, and I'm just so thankful that we've had support, and we've had meals, which have been like a huge blessing. Huge blessing, but
Yeah, I never thought about that as far as going to a party or being around other people and people holding him and loving on him. And I realized that the other day, that not only is he experiencing love from us, but he's experiencing love from our friends and our family. And it just makes me feel loved and cared for from everyone surrounding us, that they have a heart, and they want even if it's for that afternoon that we're together, they want to love on him. And I'm just just so thankful that he's getting that.
But it's neat to see too. It's like the body at work.
Yeah.
You know, we're the part right now that's taking care of him, but they have a part too by either help feeding us or just holding him the short time that we're together, or just giving him a hug or a kiss, or just knowing that they're praying for him. And it's just really neat. We're not alone.
Yeah.
You kind of wondered entering in, not that I ever felt like we would be alone, but just wondered, what is it actually going to look like? How is it going to play out when we get a baby? Like, what is everybody's response around us going to be?
Yeah. The
and
food's been good.
Yes, it's been nothing but love, and so thankful. And if you don't believe in love at first sight, you should totally foster care, because you will. They're playing a game. They're playing this one.
Whoa. My heart in making these videos, I've been thinking through it a lot as far as why are we documenting this, and I think it's such an incredible tool, one, just for our own family to remember and see what God has done and where he's brought us and led us. Two would be to encourage, even if it's one person, to encourage you that we have a big God and that his strength is beyond us. And a year ago, literally a year ago, we thought about this and we said this would never be what we would do. We said what everybody says. That's way too hard. I could never let the kid go. And we haven't let one go yet, but
what's that? I think it's Winnie the Pooh that says that you have loved so hard that it's hard to let go. Why not?
yeah.
Already, like, just thinking about that hurts already, and it's only been 5 days. But ultimately knowing that God is in control and sovereign over the whole situation, and he doesn't not see this sweet baby.
Right.
He sees him.
Absolutely.
And knows him. So we get to trust in that.
Yep. And ultimately, if everything works out and he goes back, I mean, what a story that I feel like it's such a privilege that we get to be a part of.
Yeah.
You know, even if we're a small part of that a family is put back together. And I would hope and pray that these videos would encourage you, even if it's not encouraging you to foster care, but to ultimately to encourage you to put love into action, whatever that might look like. And it can look different for everyone, obviously. Ultimately, it's about what is God calling you to do with your life for him. And this season, this is clear as day for us. And it hasn't been easy, but it's just been so unbelievably rewarding to see God at work and God change our own hearts through this. And like Ashley was saying, just thinking about, it's only been 5 days, and thinking what it will be like when we let him go and he goes back. It'll be so hard, but God is so faithful. And he'll see us through it. And like we've said all along, where he leads, he provides. So should we show
The
like
back
the back of him?
What are you just doing? Oh.
He's not Simba.
These are sweet little loves.